Hey, what's up? It's your boy Cory, Trevor. Sorry it's been a while, but we're back on it, you guys. Just getting ready to go home. Gotta make some food. And oh shit. Just remembered I forgot to get cheese. Making carbonara tonight for the old ball and chain. And when you make carbonara, you for sure need cheese. Fuck. So I'm too far away from the store right now to go back and get cheese. So I'm gonna just drive around for a while. Just drive around town, and maybe some cheese will just fall out of nowhere, or I'll find it sitting somewhere, or I don't know, maybe there's a cow in that pasture over there. I could milk it and make some cheese real quick, because I'm just too far away from the store to get this cheese. The old ball and chain really needs cheese on her carbonara. What are we gonna do? We gotta get some cheese. Look around here. Pretty close to cheese. There's ice cream. All right, I got to the spot here. I think it's promising. My cheese sensor is going off right now, and I feel like we're pretty close to some cheese. I don't know, just here in the neighborhood, but let's see what we find. All right, you guys, my radar detector for cheese does not fail me. I knew we were close to some cheese. It was, kind of like, started off kind of faint, like beep, beep, beep. And then as I got closer and closer to the cheese wedge, man, my radar just went off. Cheese, 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 cheese. And I knew, boys and girls, we were close to some cheese, and we proved it, We found it. We found the cheese, and I'm happy about that. All right, you guys, this is it. This is the cheese that we found, sitting on some guy's bumper, but we got it. This appears to be Parmigiano Reggiano, which is exactly what we need for our carbonara tonight. So, fucking win, I think. Yeah. Some good looking cheese. I'd say it's probably about 7 ounces. Yeah, pretty happy with our find. All right, you guys, we got our ingredients laid out here. Let's go through them step by step. This is a very intricate process. The ingredients need to be absolutely weighed perfect. You can't mess it up on the number of units used. It's imperative. Okay, so let's start out here. Black pepper. We'll talk about the amount of black pepper when we get into it, but our pasta tonight is going to be spaghetti. As you can see, that's 4 pounds of spaghetti. We're going to do a few different cheeses here probably. This peppercorn Gouda, not traditional in this recipe, but because it has the whole black peppercorns in there, and peppercorns is the one of the key flavors in this, I thought I'd use just a little bit of that. As you guys already saw and know, the lucky find, that's the bumper Pecorino Reggiano. Crucial, 7 eggs. You gotta use 7 eggs. You'll see us use that later on. Parmesan, might or might not use it. We're gonna see how everything whips up. But if we do need to use it, no less than 1 pound. We got our salt here. Salt also, we'll talk about that as we get into mixing it. Butter, again, if we need a little more rich, a little more thick, we might use it. Probably gonna go sparingly, only about 3/4 of a cup. And then the star of the show here, this is guanciale. If you don't know what guanciale is, it's okay. Some people are touched in the head. You need to be one of them. It's fine. No one's judging you. But yeah, let's get into it. All right, here we are over at the stove. This is a pan, this is a pot, and we're gonna add in here, which we've already done for you to kind of speed things up. This is what we're gonna cook the pasta in, and it's very crucial. Like maybe the most crucial is to get the water right when cooking your pasta. You need 4 gallons of water, which is what we have here, 4 gallons. Write that down. Cold pan. It needs to be cold. All right, you guys, like I said before, measurements are very important in this dish. We've got our cheeses all grated, blended together. Let's get you the final measurements of how much you need. As you can see, we nailed it. Yep, perfect. Negative 544 grams. That's exactly what we were looking for. Yeah, I couldn't be happier with this. We're gonna start our water going for the pasta. And I'm sure you've boiled water before, you know, set this on medium-low temp for about an hour. And then over here, let's get you guys closer. Over here in the pan, we're gonna get our guanciale rolling, and you need to cook this at extreme heat, all the way up. Because what you want to do is you want to render that. You don't want to burn it or scorch it or sear it. You just want to render it, which means slowly bring it out. And the way you slowly bring it out is by applying it to direct, extremely hot heat right away. As they say in Italy, pronto. One thing we did forget to mention is when you boil the water, you do want to salt it. You want it to be super salty, like the salt water, so that the pasta absorbs that flavor. Yeah, so I forgot to mention that. I think I mentioned it before when we were talking about the ingredients, and we come back to it. 11 tablespoons is what you want, 11 tablespoons of high quality sea salt, the flaky stuff, the good stuff. Salt bay that bitch. Perfect, 11 tablespoons, right on the money. All right, we're gonna take a break here while everything's getting rolling to remind you guys, if you like this content, or if you don't forget to give this video a dislike, unsubscribe, and the most important, turn off notifications. It really doesn't help us out. Thanks, dog. Now let's get back to the video. All right, as you can see, the water is now boiling. We started this at 11 a.m. and it is now 6:32 p.m. So, you know, good food takes patience. Boiling water is part of that process. But we're gonna go in with our pasta finally. We got our nice salted water. We got our pasta here. We are using spaghetti, which is traditional. It's my first time using this brand of pasta. I've had their sauce before, but never their pasta. Hopefully I don't overcook this, because it does seem a little less processed than stuff you get at Kroger. As you can see, our guanciale here is really rendering down over the high heat, which is approximately 1100 degrees Fahrenheit, which is what you need for rendering. Very, very important. You want that fat to get out of there. What you want left with is the good stuff, the meaty stuff. You know, the stuff your mom wants. All right, so everything is rolling behind me. I'm back over here on this side of the room right now, and we're gonna go in with our eggs. 2 eggs. 4 eggs. 6 eggs. 6 whole eggs. And then just to make it nice and rich and creamy, we're gonna go with 2 more eggs, but we're only gonna use the yolks of these 2 eggs. And when I say yolks, I mean all of it, because I actually just dumped the egg whites in there too. Went the wrong way. But it's about half of the amount of egg whites. But the important part, we got the yolk of 2 eggs. Let's put that right there to the toilet. I forgot to mention, a very important part of this dish is that you wash your hands very rarely. As you can see, I touched raw meat. I mean, technically it's cured, but it still, you know, needs to be cooked. I did not wash my hands after that. Touched cheese, didn't wash my hands after that. I touched these eggs. I should not have washed my hands after these raw eggs, but I just don't like the feeling of the sliminess. So it's very important that, you know, the regulations that the FDA has and the health departments have, you don't follow those, because they're wrong. It ruins the dish. All right, we're gonna mix all this shit up together here and create what's called a slurry. I hate that name, but that's what it's called. And what we're doing is we're really just combining the eggs with this cheese. There's a chance you need to put 1 more egg. Well, actually maybe 8 more eggs, because I did a lot of cheese. I mean, we saw it was negative like 500 grams. That's quite a bit. We're gonna mix it all together. It's honestly not looking terrible. Thinking maybe 1 more egg. This is one of these dishes that you cannot do whatever you want to. The ice will come to your house if you mess up this dish. So make sure you follow the recipes very, very completely. Yeah, I think we're gonna do 2 more eggs in here. All right, here we go, going in with 3 more eggs. Do you see that time I resisted the urge about the texture of my fingers from the egg that I don't like? But I did not wash my hands, because it's part of the recipe. You're not supposed to wash your hands. Cross-contamination is recommended, highly recommended. That's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty darn good. All right, you guys, we're gonna take 1 more time out here while we're waiting for everything to finish up, and we're gonna put it together and finally plate this dish for you. But yeah, we just want to give a shout out to the sponsor of today's video, There is no sponsor to today's video, and if you like videos that don't have sponsors, that don't stop the video in the middle and take up the time of the whole reason you came here to watch a video, you're welcome, because this is one of those where there's no sponsor. We're not stopping the video. We're continuously going so you can get the content, the information, the ingredients, the recipes that you came here for. So you're welcome. And now back to carbonara with Cory Trevor. All right, here we go. We have turned off the heat to the guanciale. We're gonna add the pasta directly out of the water into the pan. Very important you don't drain it. Then we're gonna add our cheese and our egg slurry. But the key thing is we don't wanna make scrambled eggs or fried rice noodles. So we need to add the pasta and water until this thing stops sizzling right here. Mix that in good and tight. I'm gonna come in one more time with, this time, 9 tablespoons of salt. Salt bay that bitch. Comes our black pepper, the important guy. We're going in here 14 quarts of black pepper. It's the proper amount. Any less, not good. Any more, you might as well just go back home and go to bed. All right, we're gonna work fast here. We're gonna start getting this in there. All right, as you can see, we got this all mixed in. It's creamy, it's cheesy. We did not scramble the eggs, but we definitely didn't use enough salt and black pepper. So let's go back in for more. I'm gonna round this one up to 69. It's a good round number in my household. 69 teaspoons, not tablespoons this time, 69 teaspoons of salt. And we're gonna change the grit on this from fine to medium. 47 teaspoons of black pepper. I shouldn't say this is black pepper, this is the peppercorn medley with the white ones, the green ones, the pink ones, the black ones. Pretty much all of it except for the Russian ones. Not sure why they opted to leave that out of there, but I'm sure there's a reason. This dish already sounds better. All right, as you can see, this dish turned out terrible. It is not gonna be good at all. So if you like terrible dishes, this one's for you. I hope you enjoy it, but I hope you dislike the video. All right, you guys, What an experience. Driving home, ready to make some food. Forgot the cheese. We found cheese. We explored the town. We found cheese on some guy's bumper. And we decided to cook it and eat with it. It's probably why this dish didn't turn out real awesome. But hey, we did it. You know, as always, we bring this content to you and we hope that you dislike it. You unsubscribe from it. You don't leave notifications. And yeah, stop watching. I'm not sure why you even watch this again. Back to you, Horace.